Alrighty. So what's going on? Things keep changing. That's Rosemary, the wonder dog in the background. Um, Temecula wineries are open. They are open with the caveat being that they need to have an outside tasting area. And so I just spent the past few hours on the patio at Lorimar Winery. I had a lovely afternoon. That pop you just heard was Kat opening the bottle of Meritage that Marshall handed to me. He said, well, why don't you enjoy this on the show that you're going to do? So that's what we're going to do. Kat just opened it. So while we're kind of getting settled in, why don't I go to the visit I had with Marshall. I've known Marshall for 10 years, maybe, probably close to that. And when I first met him, he had Stuart Cellars, which is now Belvino Winery. Marshall has been making wine in this valley for a long, long time. And why don't we go straight to my visit with him here on WINEormous Tastes.
Well, hello, Marshall Stuart.
Hi, Tom.
How are you?
Good, good.
I appreciate you taking time out of what's been a crazy busy day just to sit and chat for a few minutes.
Not a problem.
What's going on at Lorimar?
Well, as you see when you came in, the band's playing. We have music every day now. Our food truck is open every single day.
I just saw Chef Jorge out there.
Yeah.
He knocks it out of the park, doesn't he?
He does. He really does. He's been doing a great job, and we've had so many different zigs and zags here, but it's, you know, with the COVID, it's just, you never know what the next day is going to hand you, but we're just trying to get through it and handle it. So.
And it's not like it changes every week. It literally changes every day. Every day.
Yeah, or hourly sometimes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I've been looking around wine country, and the vines are just looking spectacular to me. Are you happy with what you're seeing out there?
It's been a cool year. We had late rains this spring. We've got a really heavy crop, which is unfortunate because I think there's going to be quite a bit of fruit that may not make it into processing this year. But I think the fruit looks fantastic this year.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Now, do you have anything in barrel or tank that you're getting ready to bottle now, or what's going on in wine production?
We're actually bottling almost 9,000 cases the 27th and 28th of this month here. So we've got a lot of wines that are being put into the bottles, and some great ones. I just was going through doing the final blends and the tastings here, and it's incredible what we've got coming out.
When you opened Stuart Cellars, how many other wineries were there in Temecula? Do you remember?
I was the 13th winery.
Wow.
So Key Waves was number 12, and they opened in 1988. And then 10 years later in 98, I opened up. So I was the 13th winery to open up.
So there was 10 years between 12 and 13?
10 years between 12 and 13.
Wow, that's hard to believe. And now we're right kind of at the 50 mark, aren't we?
I think so.
Give or take, yeah.
Real close there.
Wow. And you have a new project, Marshall Stuart Fine Wines. Not that new, past couple of years?
2013 actually got started with that.
And tell me a little bit about what you're doing with Marshall Stuart Fine Wines.
So Marshall Stuart Fine Wines, a lot of people asked me when I was going to have my own label. A lot of following with old wine club members and whatnot from Stuart Cellars, and I'm doing a very small amount, but you know, I feel that it's good quality, and you know, I try and source grapes from here locally in Temecula and also out of the area too. So it's not focused on just Temecula fruit, but you know, a little bit of everywhere where I feel that the fruit is the best.
Yeah, it sounds like you're looking for the best fruit you can find, regardless of where it comes from.
Exactly.
Well, I'm anxious to sit down with you at a future date and taste through those wines.
That'd be great, yeah.
So what's ahead? I know you've got the big bottling coming up at the end of the month. What wines are really singing to you right now?
Well, our new Meritage, and then we also, I actually pulled, it's going to be about 400 cases worth, but I pulled some Cabernet back, and we actually have a reserve cab that's going to be coming out. We hadn't done one since 2013 now, so.
Been that long, wow.
Yeah, we've got another reserve cab coming out now, and it just got the final blend put together on it, and it's Cab and Malbec, and it's really nice.
Wonderful. And I know you have a secret weapon, Petite Syrah.
Oh yeah, but You know, I gotta add something to that too. We just planted out here on the property for Lorimar, so we had Syrah that was actually, a lot of it had been kind of infected with some PD and whatnot, the
Right.
Pierce disease. So we decided to go ahead and take that out. And when we pulled it out, we replanted and we did the rows narrower, and we also did closer spacing, and we put in Petit Verdot. So instead of having the Petites around our upcoming blends, I'm going to lend more towards the Petit Verdot.
So this is the first Petit Verdot you planted here on property?
Yes.
Well, I'm
yes.
excited about that.
Yeah, for Lorimar. Yeah, it's great. So I'm looking forward to having that, because last year we actually bought Petit Verdot and put that in our crush with Lorimar's program, and you know, so we're looking forward to having a good all-around Bordeaux blend and make it the best of the best.
Terrific. Well, you've been knocking it out of the park for many, many years, Marshall, and I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me.
Not a problem. I'm glad you came in today.
Thanks. See you soon.
Thank you.
Always, always, always a pleasure to spend time with Marshall Stuart. And if you joined me at the beginning, you saw I was scrambling to get this thing on the air. So I no doubt there will be some glitches in here, and we'll clean those up and we'll rebroadcast this. But Marshall did send me off with a bottle of the 2016 Meritage that he was talking about. And I've been tasting it, and this wine is drinking absolutely beautifully. Oh, that's good. And Meritage, let me just go off on that tangent for a second. More people than not call it Meritage, and that's wrong. They look at it, they think it's a French word, and they go, oh, well, I'll have the Meritage. Meritage is an American word. It's a combination of merit and heritage, and it was coined, there was a contest that started in the Napa Valley. They wanted to come up with a term to describe a Bordeaux blend. And since we're not in Bordeaux, we're in California, they couldn't call it Bordeaux. So they had a contest to come up with a name for a blend of Bordeaux grapes. And the winner of the contest was the name Meritage, combination of merit and heritage. The story I've heard, I can't verify it, but I think it makes sense. His prize, his award for winning the contest was to get one bottle of every Meritage produced every year. So the first year, I think he got like 2 cases. And then the next year, he got 10 cases. Year after that, he got 50 cases. Then he got 100 cases. And he got a storage locker, and he started putting the wine in storage, and he finally said, stop, I give up, I surrender. So they worked out some sort of a compromise. From what I understand, he's getting a couple cases a year, or 4 or 5 cases, whatever, but that's it. It's not Meritage, it's Meritage. But the 2016 Lorimar Meritage is a beautiful wine. It's a blend of Bordeaux grapes. So you know that it's probably got Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, Malbec, at least 2 of those 5 grapes to make it a Meritage. So I want to thank you so very much for joining me today for WINEormous Tastes. I'm going to go back. I'm going to clean this up. We'll put it up on YouTube, and I'll post a link. And I don't know who's next week's guest is going to be. It was going to be Tim Kramer from Temecula Valley Winery Management, who's the winemaker for Leoness, along with many, many others. But he's heading out on vacation. He had a very busy day today. He wasn't able to free some time. But between now and then, we'll find someone to talk with. Thank you so very much, as always, for joining us for WINEormous Tastes. I'll see you next Thursday at 5. Thank you very much, and all the best.